time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, bond it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. I sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me keep on running toes. They gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in.
Welcome. We got a good episode for y'all today. We're gonna be really quick with y'all, but we got some great topics. I got two of my bros with me. There it is. Got my man Dave. What's good, Dave? How you doing today?
I'm good, baby. I'm good. Let's get it. Tomo, you already know what to do. Let's get it. It's Tuesday. I usually not here on Tuesday because I got other things to handle. But hey, we're doing an early show today. Let's get it. There's no You Done Son this week. You know, no one has been done yet. But you know, playoffs just began. Kings lit the beam again. Warriors looking a little scary over there in San Francisco. Let's see what's gonna happen today, fellas.
What's good, Tomo? How you doing, sir?
Whatever happened to predictability? You know, the milkman, the paper boy, the evening TV. You know, y'all coming back across that bridge, man. It's gonna be a full house. But as of right now, man, all hats off to the Kings, man. I'm proud of your team, Joe. Your whole plan. I'm telling you, my brother called me before we got on air. I'm doing good, but my brother called me before we got on air. He said, bro, I wasn't even watching the Kings until I started tuning into the show, bro. Your man got me watching the Kings, bro. Is he really a Kings fan? I said, yeah, he been a Kings fan since we was in Central. He was like, man, why? You reaping the benefits now, bro.
Let's get him, man. I'm happy to hear that. You know, like, I was going to mention that part of the show and saying, like, anybody that watched this, you know, would know about the Kings. Sorry, I'm uploading the video. That's why I'm like freezing a little bit, but we'll be good in like 20 seconds. All right. So let's get this show started. So if you're on right now, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they can come on and watch live with y'all. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. And Tomo, talk about those IG chats we got coming on.
Man, look, man, I'm gonna bring these chats up for y'all, man, because right now the chats is Joe right now. It's all Joe all the time. I mean, it's been the season. In the season, you know, we had Laker. There we go. We gotta throw Trent out there too, but I'm saying as far as you know, Trent dropped a bomb and disappeared. He just dropped the bomb and disappeared. He let you do the dirty work. Trent dropped the bombs. He got the memes and everything. You be like that, bleep. You know what I mean? He gonna come on here and speak for it in a second. But as far as the chats for the audio listeners, man, we got the chats on Instagram at Refuse to Lose Sports. You know, that's NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, both college football and basketball and boxing. And again, like I said, with the basketball, we also cover the women's sports as well. So don't think we're leaving the ladies out. We definitely talk about you all as well on there. And again, if you want to be a part of these chats, man, just hit us up on Instagram. You know, drop your @ name and what chat you would like to join. Another thing I always say, I say it probably like every other show, is just join a chat that you really don't know too much about the sport in. You know, that helps, because with these you get the latest news updates and you can learn some stuff in there. As far as like, we got people who participate in the sports. We got a baseball coach in the baseball chat. We have actually boxing trainers and people who are actually currently boxing right now in the boxing chat. So I mean, look, you never know what you're gonna stumble across in one of these chats. So join the community, continue to subscribe to the show. Then maybe one day you can actually come on the show, because that's another perk you get when you join the chats. You participate, you know, you stir up some stuff, and then you can actually end up on the show, stirring up some more stuff on the show. I mean, on YouTube. Joe.
Let's get it. There you go, man.
Shout out to Vaughn also for the parlay chat.
Oh yeah. Can't forget about that. If you're trying to get your money up, join that parlay chat.
Yeah. Parlay chat jumping. But our boxing chat been lit though. You right about that time. That boxing chat been on.
Let me
that big fight Saturday.
Yeah, let me throw this out here.
Baseball was lit today too. I got called out on the baseball chat, and hey, I answered. So, and then I said this last show, but the person actually in the comments now, so I got to say this while he's in the comments. I hope you have the $100 ready next Thursday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, we're gonna make that transaction live on the show.
Oh, that is gonna be during the draft.
All right. And last but not least, y'all, enjoy the rest of the show. I'm pretty sure y'all will, because I definitely will enjoy this show. So the first topic we're going to talk about, I'm Sacramento Kings, man. But before we talk about the Sacramento Kings, I got to bring in a guest, man. My fellow Sacramento King fan. Let's bring on my man Trent. Can we gotta do that for me? Bring on my man Trent for me. Let's get it. Trent, you there?
I'm here, baby. Light that beam, baby. Let's go.
You got we got the slam shirt. Let's go.
Man, we balling, bro. We balling. The Peja Stojakovic jersey is for the throwbacks. The new stuff is here. We here for the new Kings era, baby. The new Kings era. Hey, Joe, I be dropping bombs and leaving because Joe just be fighting too much. We can only talk to him so much, man. We've been telling them since 40 wins, man. They don't want to listen. So you can keep talking to him. I'm gonna just sit back and watch, man. Unless Draymond's stepping on somebody, I'm not speaking up because that's man. But exciting times, baby. Excited for the show. Let's get it.
Let's go, man. Hey, man, you got me ready to run through a wall, man, right now. I'm pumped right now.
I'm ready,
Let's
baby.
go. So, look, let's talk about this game. The Warriors versus Kings. Kings gave the Warriors a second loss in a row in the playoff. First time in the Steph Curry era. They have been down 0-2 in the playoffs, y'all. They're going back to San Francisco. We all know they are much better at home than they are on the road. But before we get to that, let's talk about that game yesterday. Trent, let's give me a recap, your reaction to yesterday's game. Outside of the Draymond stuff, obviously.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But and these first two games have just been Sacramento Kings basketball. No surprises on my end. This is the exact same team we've been watching all season. And when I came on for the 40 wins episode, I said that Mike Brown getting that 3 seed was so huge. Mike Brown's experimental phase with these big men. Alex Len didn't play the whole season, and then he steps into game 1 and wins the defensive player of the game. Davion Mitchell last night had the responsibility of taking care of Steph Curry. It's a hard task for anybody, but at the end of the day, Davion's one of the best on-ball defenders in this league. So let Curry have his flowers. Before the Kings were in the playoffs, I've been a Curry stan for the last 6-7 years, so I can't switch up now. But at the end of the day, the Warriors need more than just Steph to get it done. And last night, the Kings did a really good job of not losing control of the situation at hand. You start 0 for 10 in the first quarter. Everyone is thinking, all right, this is the Kings team we expected. That we will get to that Draymond thing, but that was a pretty big point in the game where shout out to Draymond for taking the electric out of the arena, because that was the biggest problem with the Kings. Any type of momentum that the Kings made last night was either stopped by a Steph 3 or Draymond chirping somebody. So, the Warriors have been there before. They know how to win the mental game. But shout out to Mike Brown and the whole Kings team for keeping their composure, because Sabonis gets stepped on. The game goes to tied, back against the wall, and the Kings reacted just how they should. Fourth quarter, Fox took over. And light the beam, baby.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So y'all want to go?
I truly just want the fans to talk. This is y'all moment.
I'll comment after you're finished, but I want you to go, Joe.
Let's get it, man. So look, man, Trey, light the beam, man. Light the. Oh, see, look, my camera got messed up.
No, he didn't.
Too excited.
Got a cowbell.
They knew what's going on. Hold on. Y'all gotta fix my camera. They knew it. Say One of y'all did that to me. That's what's going on right now.
Nah, that's you. That's all you.
Hold on, my green screen up to my email and everything. God,
That's Draymond.
I don't know what's going
It's
on.
Draymond, bro. Look, stop the momentum, bro.
Look.
He listen.
You did.
He worried this show
Look,
about
is Draymond in the studio? Let's go, man. So look,
You got a cowbell.
Oh
I
my
caught that on
goodness.
when I was in Sacramento. Been waiting to use this on the show.
You should have
So
been
look,
ringing that all season.
So look, that's all I gotta say. All right, look, Draymond stepped on Joe's camera. Exactly. Right? So look, the Warriors messed up, Trent. They messed up, bro. They messed up, man. They haven't been down 2-0 since Baron Davis was their point guard. You know how long that was, right? I mean, 0-2. So that win was credit to our defense. Credit to our defense. And Mike Brown, after Trent noticed, after every game, Mike Brown always says, we got to raise the physicality. We got to be physical as close to 48 minutes possible, right? He says that after every single game. And then when we play bad, he said it's not going to work in the playoffs. So he knows he's been here. That's why I kept saying, like he said, experience. Mike Brown's been here. He knows what the playoffs are going to be like. So he let them know, like, you can touch them, or you can grab them. You can hold them because they're going to allow you to do that in the playoffs. And that's exactly what we did, right? So here's the thing. We forced 20 turnovers. We allow 106 points to the number 2 scoring team. We all know who number 1 is. Our defensive rating yesterday, y'all, was 102. Do y'all know what the Cavs defensive rating was all year? Number 1 team? 109. So our performance yesterday will put us at the best defensive team in the league. All right? That's how good the defense was yesterday. So people can't talk about defense all year. And this is why I dropped the bomb when you said about your friend. If you've been watching Refuse to Lose all year, you've been hearing me say this. On the road, we are the 8th best defense. And the reason why, because it's a hostile environment and it's like we're more locked in when it's more hostile. So once we get into the playoffs and get that playoff atmosphere, get that playoff physicality, our defense is going to be better. And it's showing so far in the first 2 games because it is, right? So we are the type of team that doesn't fold under pressure. That's the difference. The Warriors, they don't fold. Like Trent said, they're veterans. And normally people don't finish out games when they make their little runs. We saw in the first 2 games, right? In the end of the game, like Trent said, they made late runs in both of those games. But we kept our composure because we are the clutchest team in the league. Right? Clutchest team in the league. Listen to this, y'all. In the regular season, right? In the clutch, we got the best offensive rating, was not surprising, right? In the clutch. Number 2 is Utah. Do y'all know the margin between us and Utah? It's the same margin between Utah, who's 2nd, and the Bulls, who's 17th. I mean, that's how good the offense is in the clutch. And then, so I ain't got to remind y'all about Fox. You know about De'Aaron Fox. In the first half of these playoffs, Fox is averaging 16 points in the first half, 35% shooting, 11% from 3. Do y'all know in the second half, it's 22 points, 51.5%, 55% from 3? Don't mess with Fox. That's his quarter, the 4th quarter. All right, so everybody made excuses the first game, Trent. Everybody make excuses, right? Everybody talk about how the Warriors ain't do this, the Warriors ain't do that, but they ain't talk about how Keegan and Kevin Herter didn't make it through. Kevin Herter yesterday, 15 points, 2 threes made, 2 crucial threes too.
the whole 4th quarter.
Put them threes up. All right. They also said Malik Monk can't do that again. He can have a good game. He had 32, but he gave you 18 and 6 rebounds. I'll take that. Hey, look, Malik Monk, I'll take him over Jordan Poole any day. All right. Also, they said, look, Sabonis, he had a bad game. Shot 32%. Y'all know what he did yesterday? Back to his old soul, 66%. My man Sabonis, right? So look, also, and lastly, Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles can't do that again. I told y'all the bench. I told y'all we stripped the numbers now. Who stripped it yesterday? Trey, we don't need Trey Lyles to be good every game. Davion Mitchell. Gave you 14 points off the bench. Like I told y'all, the Warriors is not as deep as they were in the past. And y'all said they were. Listen, last year they had GP2, which they still got, Kuminga, who they still got, Moody, who they still got. Y'all know 3 players they had last year who were crucial in that playoff run? We all know about Iggy, played valuable minutes. We all know about Otto Porter Jr., who played valuable minutes. And y'all forgot about Bielisa. He played some valuable minutes last year. And they are all 3 veterans that they don't have this year. So we got strength in numbers. And I got a feeling, Trent, that it's gonna be a parade in my city from downtown. Game 3. From game, I got a feeling. I got a feeling. But lastly is this. Like Trent said, they relied too much on Steph Curry. Too much on Steph Curry. All right. Normally, like I said, Steph Curry can come out the game and the Warriors can maintain a lead or tread water. Yesterday, they are -11 without Steph on the floor. Game 1, -14 without Steph on the floor. Steph played a whole fourth quarter yesterday. You think they're going to keep up with that the whole in this whole series the way we play? Nah, bro. And Clay, no, I'm gonna get to Clay in the second topic, right? But like the B, man.
Like the V. Like the V.
That was a lot.
That wasn't.
I didn't know if he was done.
All I heard was facts.
I ain't saying he capping. Me and play the button.
All I heard was facts.
So you're strength in numbers now?
He been saying that.
We got one here. Not as good as the Warriors in the past, but we got a deeper bench than them. I told you that before the series started.
Okay, you can say that, but I don't think don't take strength in numbers. You saw what happened in Memphis when they said that.
We not Memphis, bro. Don't compare us to Memphis.
I'm just saying. Look. I'm not switching my pick. I picked y'all to win the series. I'm just saying. Tread lightly with the strength in numbers comment. That's it.
He already said it. It's out there. It's
out there now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna just give my analysis from watching the game. But this is exactly what I expected from the Kings' first 2 home games. I said they're going to win the first 2 home games. That's exactly what's going to happen. I said this before the series started. I said this before they played the Warriors. Remember when the questions came up, they said, "Do you think?" I think they was asking if I think that the Kings can beat the Warriors, and I said yes. I said the Kings should have no reason to fear them. They should have no reason to fear the Warriors because they match up with them well. They score well. They're a good team at home, and the Warriors are a bad team on the road. And that showed. That showed in the first. The Warriors' best chance to take this series was to win Game 1. They were only down 3 points. If they were sent to overtime and win that game, then we would have something to talk about. But Tom, just like I told you, if the Kings go up 2-0, that pretty much to me says who's going to win this series. Kings are going to win the series. Now it may be I picked them to win the 7. It may go 6. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to go 5 or 4. I don't think it's going to be a sweep or a gentleman's sweep, but I think it can definitely go 6 or 7 for sure. 7, I said, is what I said, but it could definitely go 6. Sabonis stepped up like I said he would. I said Sabonis had a bad game the first game. I said I don't expect him to have a bad game again. And he came in and put up 20 points. 20 points, 9 rebounds. So he did what he was supposed to do. Malik Monk, like Joe said, he didn't have his high-scoring 30-point game, but he put up 18 and 6 off the bench. He did what he was supposed to do. And that's why I said last time I think it's crazy that he wasn't talked about as a six-man of the year. I know we have Malcolm Brogdon and then Normal Powell from the Clippers. But, I mean, look at where his team is in the other two. I mean, Malcolm Brogdon is the number 2 seed in the East. But, I mean, the Kings are number 3 seed in the West. No one saw this happening. I understand the situation that happened with the Celtics about Ime Udoka not being the head coach for the season, but their assistant coach was there, so it's not like he ran a different system. I'm almost certain he's running the same system that Ime Udoka had ran. It's just that he has better players around now because Malcolm Brogdon's there. But it was a good win. I said that they would win the first 2 games, so I'm not shocked. All I want to see now is what's going to happen in Game 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's on me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I just want to say, first of all, you guys came on here and you all sound like these people right here.
Finally did it! It's been so long, and we finally did it! We had to do it! We had to win, and we finally did it! Welcome to Northern California! Sacramento Kings are back! And we ain't gonna be forgetting ever!
Yeah!
Yes, sir.
Now, Joe, all season long, you've been coming on here, you've been spitting your facts, you've been spitting your stats, you've been saying it, and then towards like after the All-Star break, you've been saying it. You've been like, I want the Warriors. Like you've been calling them out. And they are who we thought they were on the road. I'm sorry. I said the Warriors could win 1 game on the road. They haven't done it so far. And they needed that game yesterday. hats off to what Mike Brown has done with this team. Hats off to what your team is actually doing. One thing I will say is you guys are resilient. You're resilient. No matter what the lead is, you guys find a way to cut that lead and show up. Even with the big steps happening, no pun, Sabonis and your rib. You know, even with those big steps, you're going up against a team. I mean, the Malik Monk comment. I wouldn't take him over Jordan Poole, but I see where you're coming from. I like the intensity in which you said it, because if Jordan Poole's not scoring, he's not doing nothing else at times, and it's showing right now. Maybe his ankle was still hurt, but it looks like he's hurting the Warriors. They needed that game yesterday. I see what you're saying, Dave, about game one. And you can't, Steph, the way he shot that last 3-pointer in game one, he was taking the Kings lightly. And then game two, you come out, you know, you all were like 0 for 10, I think 0 for 7 from 3, and then the turnovers. So it looked like the Kings were just going to flatline. Meanwhile, you all said, you know what? I got this. The Warriors want to play habitator. We're just going to steal the ball and we're going to lock up on defense. And that's what you all did again. It makes it hard for you to be a Warrior supporter to come on here and be like, man, they're going to have to take these next 2 games. But if you watch what's on film, if the Warriors are who we thought they were on the road and hopefully what they are at home, then you got the stats to back up what the Kings have been doing on the road. It's tough to pick game 3. It's tough. And the way they operate the offense only through Steph Curry. One thing I will say about the strength in numbers comment, I think the youngins from last year, that run was a little too easy for them. So they really don't have that tenacity, that grit on them, that mud, that dirt, for them to realize the moment that they're in right now. Because this is a dogfight now. This is not no easy moment where you think you can just get a ball to Steph and Clay and they're going to take over, because the Kings are running. So when you come on that court from that sub, you need to be ready to either lock in on defense or score, because that's what's happening on the other side of the court. The Kings is like, we locking in and we scoring. When you all were 0 for 7, Malik Monk checked in the game and got 2 threes easy. Wipe that away. It's like, well, we can score now. So hats off to you guys, man. You got to embrace it. Like Curry said, I mean, you do this for a minute, you come home, you all got to stick together and you got to win it. But one thing I will point out is, Fox said this. He's like, we huddled up and we're like, we have to win this game. Everybody looked ejected. He said, nah, this is what happens when a team comes together. And then you hit that button and y'all lit the beam. So shout out to you all. But you're coming back to Golden State. E40 going to be there. And for all my people in the Bay, tell me when to go.
I got to say one more thing about D Fox. And I want to say something about D Fox, Harrison Barnes, and Davion Mitchell. All 3 of them played really, really good defense last night. Fox came in, got like 2 or 3 steals back to back. Malik Monk had got a few. Harrison Barnes had got one. Does Harrison Barnes have an issue with Klay Thompson?
Yes.
Because he banged on him twice.
Yes,
I
right.
don't know what it is. It's personal. I know they was teammates before, but I guess he was like, you know what? I'm yamming on you tonight. So I think he got some. I think he got some issues. He might need to go to therapy about what some issues he got with Klay Thompson.
Oh, no, he getting it out. He getting it out on the court.
And then
he ain't step on him, but he getting it out.
Shout out to Davion Mitchell, man. Curry shot 9 of 21. He had 21 points, but his 3-point percentage was terrible. He was 3-13 from the field from 3. Davion Mitchell was playing great defense last night. It's not too many people that can help, that can play defense like that. But the Kings are they're playing defense like they want to win. I know they didn't play defense like this early in the season, but it's playoff time now. So, but like I said, game 3 can be different because the Warriors are at home. They're a better team at home. They're the total opposite at home. So who knows what can happen?
You seen what I did, man. We're gonna get hyphy in the Bay. Tell me when to go. It's turn up time. Now, if the Kings come out there and win that game, it's over.
Yeah, I told you I like the bridge because I'm a Niners fan, so I'm cool with you.
I'm taking that down. I don't understand why you said that.
All right, Trent, you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, just like E40, everybody's got choices. So
that was a good one. I like that.
I don't think people are excited for game 3. I think people are excited to see the Kings lose so they can say, I told you so. And you know what? So be it. The Warriors are champions for a reason. I will give flowers to Andrew Wiggins. I think Wiggins played incredible last night.
Kept them afloat.
So kept them afloat. He's getting back into it. and just light the beam, baby.
Let's get it. All right. All right. So also a video was requested, and we're gonna play it real quick. All right.
That was requested.
Let's play this thing real quick.
Hey, man,
hey Trent, tomorrow I'm gonna hit you up, man. I get you on tomorrow.
Trent, you gonna be on another day because y'all gonna lose tonight.
All right. Let's get it. Like the beat.
We here.
Hey, remember the last person that did that?
Oh, I remember.
We ain't heard from Ty in a minute now.
Hey, don't you ever compare us to any other people, okay?
That's
I'm
right.
just saying. I'm like Dave with the bets, man. All right. You
Don't do that,
clip
man.
me
Hey,
up.
you see, hey,
You said tomorrow. I'm
I
here.
did. I did.
Yeah.
You see how I'm coming up with these bets. You know, even though KSA he said in the comments, he's just gonna have to pay that money up. I'm just saying. You know, I got my Miami Heat shirt coming on Monday. So I mean, look, I'm letting everyone in Refuse to Lose know right now. You don't want to bet me. You don't want.
I'm letting everyone on Refuse to Lose know you don't want to clip me up because last time you did this, Trent, remember Tampa Bay and Dak got you back.
Oh, here we go. They went to
I'm
San
just-
Fran the next week. Take the bridge out the back.
Hey, I'm just saying. Y'all better take a picture with this bridge right here because it's gonna get ugly.
Listen, listen. This is a whole different team we're talking about. We ain't talking about, you know, Indiana Pacers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's talking about the Sacramento Kings. All right, let's go to our next topic on that. All right, so Draymond Green and Sabonis got into an altercation, a little altercation you could say. All right, we got the clip for you. Tomo got us. Go ahead and run that clip. All right, so Sabonis goes down, grab his ankle, and then thought he was Kurt Fraser for a second. I mean, kicked his stomach, and yeah. So Sabonis got hit with a tech, and Draymond got hit with a flagrant 2, and was ejected. So the question is, in the talk around town, and by the way, this was by design. We talked about the game first, and now we're talking about this because a lot of people are talking about that more than the actual game. All right. So should Draymond Green be ejected? Trent, kick us off. Not ejected. Sorry, suspended.
Suspended. Should he be suspended? Yes. Do I want him suspended? No.
Exactly.
I think the way the NBA just handles situations this year, it's hard to say. It's hard. It would be hard in my imagination for the NBA to watch that footage and be like, all right, this is cool. Because guys have been thrown out of a game for way less and suspended for way less. So I think he will be. I mean, there's just really, was his foot getting grabbed? 100%. I see his rebuttal in the sense of, I didn't have anywhere to step, blah, blah, blah. But this man jumped higher than he did for any rebound all night and then put his foot on Sabonis's chest. So I don't think there's any place for that in the game. And then you go to the bench. You know, emotions are high, but you go to the bench and you basically ask for a curtain call from the Sacramento fans. And then you get on the post game and basically say, you know, he grabbed my foot. I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry he grabbed my foot. So just, you know, as a Kings fan, you're a little biased because Sabonis did grab his foot, but I don't think the reaction was needed for that type of action. So it's usually the second person that gets caught. And, you know, in that sense, it was Draymond. But yeah, I think he's going to be suspended. And do I want him suspended? No, I want him on the court. I think the Warriors offense might be better without him on the court. And, you know, our offense is clearly going to be better without him on the court. Uh-huh. So there's going to be there's going to be a little bit more scoring, I think, if he's not there. But I think he is suspended for game 3 in the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm. I agree everything you said. I agree that he should get suspended, but I do not want him to get suspended. Now, he might not get suspended because Sabonis initiated the situation, but he did like stomp on him though. Like, I know we can say he didn't stomp on him, but you look at it, you gotta look at the person too. Like, it's Draymond Green, y'all. All right. So I don't want him to get suspended because last thing I want to hear is people making excuses for these dudes on why we gonna beat them. All right, they're gonna say if they would have had Draymond, they would have won. Nah, bro, we up 2-0 before this happened. All right, and we were up 4 when this happened. So I don't want to hear it. And also, Draymond, he needs to learn how to keep his cool. That's his problem. The issue with him, he just mad because Sabonis out Draymond. Draymond been acting a fool this whole series. He clapped in Trey Lyles' face, which deserved a tech, but he never got a tech. He clapped in Sabonis' face yesterday, the same game. And then look, yesterday, this happened yesterday, y'all. All right, look at this. Look, he ain't talk about this though. Look at this. What's Draymond right here, y'all? I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sabonis trying to get out. Look at Draymond. Really?
That was game 1.
That's what I'm saying. I said yesterday. I mean game 1.
Yeah.
Like,
see why when you beat up on people, man, you just don't know the days no more.
Like this dude, like, come on, man. He out. Listen, if anybody complaining about anything, I'm cool with it. What Sabonis did, but if Draymond's the one complaining, like Tomo said, you're done, son. I don't want to hear it. Like Tomo, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear none of that stuff because that's your reputation. That's your value you bring to this squad. And one thing about us having Mike Brown, he warned these dudes. You know he did. Do not fall for his antics. Well, what we gonna do? We're gonna get him out the game. Don't get mad if you clap in your face, walk away. Trey Lyles, he clapped in his face. If that was a regular season game, Trey Lyles would have said something back to him. We saw we did a low pass and all that stuff, right? But he clapped, Trey Lyles like, man, walked away. Because we're not falling for it. You're not. And then lastly, last year this happened. All right, game 1 against Memphis, he got ejected. And then he got the tunnel. Memphis lost that game, right? He had the tunnel with his shades on, dapping everybody up. Nah, bro, not today. Stay in the press conference and talk. And I'm waiting for your podcast to drop. I mean, you gonna be consistent? What's going on? You only gonna talk when you feeling good? He can't want to show to myself. Oh yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna win games. Y'all lost. I want to see what you gotta say in your podcast. Don't wait until game 3 if y'all win. I want to hear you speak now. So that's all I gotta say with that. What y'all think, fellas?
Stop the cap.
Hey,
Draymond is not playing with you, bro. He is not playing with you, bro.
Yeah,
Every time you say something.
Now.
Every time he see you going for that cowboy, he cut the camera off.
Every time.
Hey, now.
Go ahead, Dave.
See, it might be me, but I feel a little different about this. I agree that I don't want him to be suspended, but I also don't think he should be suspended. This is why. Now, one, I don't think that Sabonis grabbed his leg on purpose. If you look at the play up close and personal, he fell, and when he fell, he went like this as if he was going to try to cover his face up.
Because he got smacked earlier. Go ahead.
He tried to cover his face up. I don't think if he literally wanted to hold him, he could have did it a little bit more aggressively. So I'm not sure if he grabbed his leg on purpose. Now, if he did, then all right, that's fine. But I don't think Draymond should be suspended because when you look at it, Draymond is, for one, he's trying to get his leg from being out caught. Now, the way he landed was harsh, and it looks really bad. It looks really, really bad, but I don't think he purposely wanted to step on his ribs and hurt him. I think he was just trying to get his leg. I just think Draymond was trying to get his leg out from under where it was, and he just landed wrong. We all know that Draymond he's one of the clumsiest players in the league. No matter what he does, it's always something with him. So it's going to look as if it may look as if he did on purpose, but I'm not sure if he really meant to really stomp on his ribs like that. And it was one. So I'm not really sure if, like I said, I don't think he should be suspended, and I don't think he deserves to be suspended. I don't want him to be suspended, and I don't think he deserves to be suspended. That's just me.
What makes it worse, Dave, is how he acted afterwards. Normally, when you accidentally hurt somebody, you go check on them. He didn't do that at all, and he taunting the crowd like he's asking for a suspension, bro. Mm-hmm. Like that's what he's basically doing. And they asked him about it. Well, I'm just having fun. Get out of here with that. Take that L with you. Go ahead, Tomo. Sorry.
He's just gonna keep saying take that L. It's
Draymond,
all
don't
good,
cut me
y'all.
off.
Look, you try to hurry up and do it while I talk. They try now. You gonna make it seem like I cut your camera off. But nah, I don't think he deserves to be suspended. And shout out to you, Dave, for looking at that analysis because to me it didn't look like he was grabbing for his face. It looked like it was a good acting move where he was like, let me get that leg right quick. Let it go. Once he let it go, he didn't expect Draymond to stump on his chest like that. Now, come on, Draymond. We all seen when sometimes you step on something and you like hop on one leg. He could have hopped on one leg. So that's what the league probably is like. We either gonna find him or he can be suspended. The stump looked like he was at jump zone or something. Like he just springed up off that man rib cage like that. That wasn't good at all. And the antics afterwards, like of course, it was one time I think during the season when him and Jokic had got roped up some in a similar way, and Draymond ran over and made sure he was okay. But when it happens, when you're in the thick of things, you want to step on people's chests. I guess this goes back to what he said at the shop when he said he don't really play when he playing against the Sacramento Kings. He just here to fight. So yesterday, it did look like the WCW. It was the Ultimate Warrior out there. It was Sabonis versus Draymond. I don't think you need to be suspended, though.
All right, let's get it. Trent, appreciate you for coming on, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, look,
for having me.
every episode we got a King segment. If you're free,
We here.
you're here, man. All right? You
All right,
are here.
Let's get it.
Like the beam.
Like
Let's
the
get it.
beam.
All right, Trent.
All right, Dave.
Any last words?
All right, Trent.
All right,
Hey,
Trent.
Wait, any last words, Trent, before you hop off?
Like the beam. Draymond's a clown.
Let's
Hey,
get it.
hey, Trent. Go
Hey.
Red Sox.
And go,
Go
Red
Red Sox.
I see. I do got one more thing. I've been keeping note of it. So for many years, I was the guy who was making fun of other people's teams for losing in the playoffs when the Kings were respectfully the worst team in the NBA. So I get it, Carl. The Pistons are bad. We'll be all right together. Cade will be back.
Viewers who don't know Carl, what team does he like in the NBA?
The good old Detroit Pistons.
Bruh.
All right.
Hey, I'm a Bucks fan. I'm a Kings fan. I've been there. It only goes up from here. So we'll be all right.
That's the only way he could go. You know?
The only way you go up. Only way. All right, boys. Y'all be safe. Like the beam.
All right, Trent, appreciate you,
Show
man.
out there.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
There y'all go, man. My fellow Kings person, man. Oh, man, Trent. I get pumped up every time you talk. But we got to talk about another game, y'all. Philly and the Nets. All right? And we got J-Mo here to talk about his squad. Let's bring him on. J-Mo, what's good?
What's up, fellas? What it do?
What up, J-Mo?
Ain't nothing, man. You see
How
the background.
you doing?
You see the background, man. We trust in the process.
Let's get it. All right, man. I mean, it was expected. Y'all up 2-0. Y'all up 2-0.
Yeah.
But it was more of a hard-fought game last game. All right, versus the first game. So let's talk about your reaction so far this series and, what you see y'all doing the rest of the playoffs, y'all being up 2-0 against the Nets.
Well, like you said, it was expected to go up 2-0. But I mean, both games, I think both games the Nets have played well. I think they just outmatched. We're a better team, no matter how you slice it. We're a better three-point shooting team. We're a better two-point shooting team. We're a better defensive team. We're a better rebound. We're just a better team. They're throwing the kitchen sink at us, bro. First game, they was sending 2-3 people at Embiid every time he touched the ball. Second game, they kind of did it, but not as much. But they have no answers. And I'm not gonna lie, what I like about Embiid specifically in the series, he's not shooting jumpers. I don't know if y'all watching, but he's not shooting jumpers. And I think that's kind of why his point totals isn't real high. I mean, of course, he's getting double teamed, but he can shoot over a lot of those double teams. I mean, Finney Smith and Cam Johnson, he can shoot over both of them. But he's not. He's trying to create the right play, and he's trying to finish inside of the paint or, in the two-point area. He's not really shooting jumpers for real. So that's one thing I do like about Embiid. PJ Tucker didn't hit any threes last game, but I guess you want to quote unquote playoff PJ, is actually showing himself. Like he's getting a lot of offensive rebounds, getting a lot of hustle plays that he wasn't getting in the regular season because he was just chilling or whatever you want to say. But Tobias Harris, two 20-point games. The 20-point games. The first, from Tobias for the first 2 games. So, I mean, I like what our team is doing. You know what I'm saying? James Harden. Now, this is one thing about James Harden. A lot of people keep saying James Harden has got to revert back to, what he used to be in Houston. James Harden got to do this. James Harden got to do that. James Harden, if he goes back to Houston, he's not the best facilitator in the NBA. You know what I mean? And he doesn't have when he was in Houston, the offensive help he has now, he didn't have that in Houston. So he had to average 35. I do think he could pick his spots a little better because going to the basket is definitely not the same as it was in the Houston jersey. I mean, when he goes to the basket, bro, if he doesn't get the foul call, a lot of times he's not going to get a decent look up. He can't draw contact and finish like he used to. But he shoots a lot more mid-range jumpers. He gets his 3 balls up. So I like what my team is doing. It's not really too much to judge, especially off the Brooklyn series. But it does scare me still that we don't have elite perimeter defense. It's for a forward at least, because DeAnthony Melton, does his thing, but we don't have at a forward position. When Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson putting up 30s, what Jason Tatum gonna do in the next round? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing we got to get together. But I like my team, like what we doing. Hat off to Doc Rivers. I've been giving him a lot of stuff all year long, but you know what I'm saying? Hats off to Doc Rivers. And my man Embiid should have been in the runnings for Defensive Player of the Year, but he better make all defense.
Yeah. My issue with the Nets is they ain't got no size for real. But what's been going on these last 2 games? Y'all been matching each other from the 3-point line. Cause first game, both of y'all shot well. In the second game, y'all both shot like around 30%. And that's going to be key if we see everybody take this formula, which is double and B almost every play. Y'all gotta make y'all shots. So
best 3-point shooting team in the league.
Yeah, that's true. And this was a good question, right? This is a good comment right here. No hate, professional job. Tough to truly judge Philly given their opponent. I think that's a fact. It's hard to judge y'all and talk about y'all right now because, like we said, y'all the overwhelming favorites to win this series. They don't have a superstar at all. They got a bunch of good role players in Mikal Bridges. So that's why it's hard to judge y'all. So let me ask you one question. That's it. Oh, Tomo, you had a question? Or David had a question?
I was gonna say my biggest issue with this team is with this playoff series is Spencer Dinwiddie, but y'all can go ahead.
I got no issues with them. I didn't expect this series to go any longer than 5. So this series is over. Nothing happened that I didn't expect. I expected the Nets to play tough because they got Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, but they can only do but so much. It's Joel Embiid. They have no one to stop him. I'm sorry. Was it Nick Claxton has played well, but he ain't no match for Joel Embiid.
Or Dorian Finney-Smith.
None of them can do anything with Joel Embiid. It's Joel. Joel just got
one person came. One person came, and I'm not gonna say nothing crazy. I'm gonna just play it. Yeah, one person. One person. This guy right here.
Oh man,
Cam Johnson.
That guy. That was a moment. One more time, we gotta see it from a different angle. That's it.
You know my man Embiid said in the post-game interview, he said,
that's it.
I don't remember getting dunked.
I don't remember it either. I seen the replay though.
The blocks.
Yeah, you saw
Yeah, but this series over. I mean, I don't really need to say too much about the series. And JMO, nothing against your team, but I'm not giving Doc Rivers any props until he gets to the Eastern Conference Finals or to the finals without the Celtics.
Okay, let me jump in on that right quick, cause I got a bone to pick with people on the show and people in the real media or whatever you want to call it. How you gonna say if Embiid don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's a failure? He got to get there. He got to do this. But then say the Sixers can't beat the Celtics or the Bucks. How you gonna do that?
I can answer that.
How?
Because of y'all past, we don't expect y'all to beat the Celtics or the Bucks different.
I don't think it has nothing to do with the past. I think the Bucks and the Celtics have a better team.
That's the same thing with me. It's all about the past.
Based on y'all past against good teams in the playoffs, right? Because y'all haven't really beaten a good team in the playoffs. Y'all beat Miami Heat when they ain't had nobody, and y'all beat Toronto, and y'all about to beat this team. Whenever y'all went against a championship tier team, y'all lost every single time. So that's why I'm picking y'all. I can't pick y'all, even though Embiid's having this type of season. So that's why I'm like, we got to see.
I just don't think it's fair to say that if you don't do this, you're a failure. But the other teams that you're going against are supposed to be better. Like, I don't see that's contradictory.
My thing with that is, if Embiid is supposed to be this great player, and none of us are denying that he's not great, he got to take over. He got to do his job. He got to prove us wrong. Until he has yet to do that, then we have the right to say what we say. He has yet to prove us wrong. He hasn't gotten to the Eastern Conference Finals yet, and he's had great teams to be able to do that. He has a great team. Their team right now has no excuses to not be able to do that. Yes, we may be saying that the Celtics and the Bucks are better, but Joe has been saying this. He only thinks the Celtics are better. He thinks they got a chance to get the Bucks.
But I still, even though I got the Celtics better, what I say about Giannis? I say he gotta win. I say Giannis gotta win the whole thing because people are saying he's the best player. So it ain't about what I think. Everybody telling me Giannis the best player in the world. He gotta beat whoever's in front of him because he got the best record in the league. That's why I said. And I'm doing the same pressure with Joel Embiid. He never got the second round. You won MVP. By the way, MVP. You the scoring title champion. Y'all got a number. Y'all got a top defensive team. Number 1 3-point shooter team with a big man. He better get out the second round.
But how can you hold him to that standard if you already think the two teams that he has to beat is better?
No, what I'm saying is, I just personally don't think it's not just with Embiid, just with anybody. Like, I don't think you can say that they're not the favorite, but if they don't win, it's a failure. Like, I think that's
get that point.
I think that's contradictory.
I get that.
Plus, Joe, me personally, no matter who we play in the East, I think Embiid is the best player in the series. Me personally. But I think that if you take Tatum off the Celtics, take Embiid off the Sixers, and take Giannis off the Bucks, the Sixers by far have the worst team out of those three. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Embiid, the Celtics, outside of the best player, the Celtics and the Bucks have a better team than we have. Period. So that was my only point in that. I just don't think I think it's contradicting to say one. I mean, to say both. I think that.
I see what you're saying.
Are we ready though?
I think there's an argument to made about the Bucks, but Celtics, I think the Celtics got the best team without their best player. But the Bucks, I think there's an argument to be made that y'all team might be better outside of Giannis. Because without Giannis, you saw what we did without him.
That's game one.
Apparently I get it. But apparently we have no superstar. We have no superstar, right? Jimmy Butler's not considered a superstar because he's inconsistent.
Well, the Bucks ain't got a superstar either. If Giannis gone.
True.
So I mean, that don't prove a point. I'm just saying, like, I think that without the best player,
James, I get what you're saying. Like,
I get what you're saying about them not being the favorite.
Joel Embiid is a bum and like that. We're saying that we can accept y'all losing the second round. We can't just settle for they play the Celtics. No, J-Mo, he's an MVP. So sometimes when you're the MVP, the best player has to step up and get us to the next level. I will understand you if y'all didn't have failures. The last year was a failure. The year before that, I don't know when we year before that, but last year was a failure. So y'all had to redeem yourself from last year. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all lose to the Celtics. I expect that, but it's kind of like, dang, like another second round exit.
I don't think it's the losing. I think it's the how.
Yeah,
that's true too.
Yeah,
that's true too, J-Mo.
Like I said, I'm a very objective fan. I know when we lose. Like, we shouldn't have lost to the Hawks. People always say how Embiid was 100. Embiid wasn't healthy. Embiid had a torn meniscus, averaged 30 and 13 or 30 and 12. I don't care. He averaged 30. He's good enough to win. We should have won.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We should have won that series. But like, outside of that, like every year, I already went down the list. I ain't trying to make no excuses, but it's just real life. Every year is something with this team. So like, I'm not even trying to run from no smoke either. Like I said, we ready this year. I'm just trying to make the statement make sense. That's all. But we ready this year. I'm not scared of none of them teams.
Well, we just want to see y'all prove it. That's it.
Can't wait to second round. Can't wait. All right, J-Mo. All right. So just give us some last words. And that's it, basically.
Shouts out to Tyrese Maxey. Shouts out to James Harden. Shouts out to the whole squad, man. Shouts out to Paul Reed, man. Let me give my man Paul Reed some love. G League MVP. You know what I'm saying? Look, my man got MVP chance, and they chanting his name in a playoff game. Come on, dog. This is talking about some of the best fans in the league. When we winning, they love you. When we losing, I don't know, man. I don't know. But look, shouts out to the Embiid. Shouts out to the whole squad. MVP, Finals MVP.
Let's get it. All right, J-Mo, appreciate you. We're gonna keep you in a loop. Definitely round 2. Every time we talk, we're gonna talk about you every single time. So you get ready. Get ready.
You get ready.
I'm ready.
He gonna be on.
All right.
Because this 3 seed is not losing in the first round.
Oh, hey, we ain't either. I see you in the second round.
Shots fired.
All right, stay safe. All right, y'all. That's J-Mo right there, Philly. Stand up. All right, y'all. Like this video. Subscribe. We are 9 subscribers away from 600 subscribers. So make sure you do that if you haven't. Also, share this video with somebody so they can go back and rewatch this, right? Because it's live, but it's going to be replayed. Also, we appreciate y'all for using that comment section like always. We got the IG chats we're going to talk about. Hey, this guy right here, Darren Gordon. Not Aaron Gordon, Darren Gordon. We need you to be in the chats, man. You lit in the comments. We appreciate you, man. So Dave gonna talk about these chats. Make sure you follow us on Instagram so we can add you to those IG chats. But go ahead, Dave. Talk to us.
Yep. So these chats, we got NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, boxing, college football, and college basketball. And when it comes to NBA and college basketball, we include the women's. There was one about the girl that transferred from Louisville who's visiting LSU. So LSU just won a championship, and she might be transferring there. So if that happens, South Carolina, you might be in trouble again. But all I gotta say is great show today. And then the other chats, refuse to lose chat. In order to get in there, you got to be on the show, just like you saw Trent and J-Mo. Other than that, I got nothing else for you. So unless you want to get in that chat, at least come on the show first. We'll give you the rest of the details after that. But if you want to join these chats, just let us know. You can follow us at Refuse to Lose Sports. That's Refuse the number 2 Lose Sports. This is only on Instagram, not TikTok, not Twitter, not Facebook, not Discord, none of that. The chats are only on Instagram. If you want to get in there, you let us know, and we'll add you in there. Other than that, great show today.
Let's get it. Last words. Like the bean. All right. Commanders, keep proving them wrong. Draft coming soon. Go ahead,
San Fran, let's go. Miami. Giannis is listed as doubtful for tomorrow night. So we can still gain 2. If that can happen, we got to get shot to win the series. Let's see what happens. Kevo.
Bring me my money. I ain't even gonna do the drop. I'm gonna say it for you.
But now, in all seriousness, next Wednesday, we may have a show about some college stuff because the draft is the very next day.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been getting spicy in the college chat. So we need to talk about it. So that's it for me.
Yay area. Come on, man. I can't keep coming on the show talking about how good the Kings are. Y'all gotta stand up at least one game. So look, 40. Tell me when to go. That's all I'm gonna say. Tell me when to go. Dumb. Let's go.
Yeah, we got 3 games tonight in the NBA. 3 games tonight. I think, or 2 games. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, And also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.